I know some of you are thinking this, so I'll go ahead and say it for you. I believe the Paddington trilogy might just be a top 10 family trilogy of all time. Maybe the best. Paddington in Peru stars Ben Whishaw and is about Paddington returns to Peru to visit his beloved Aunt Lucy, who now resides at the home for retired bears. From director Dougal Wilson, which I believe it's his feature debut, we're talking the brand new movie Paddington in Peru. So yes, those first two Paddington movies you could honestly say are probably family classics now. I mean, people love the Paddington movies, and I will go ahead and admit, that first movie I really enjoy. I really like it, it's cute, it's not a movie I go and revisit. Paddington 2 is a great movie. It is very good in its writing, family, lessons, comedy, drama. Paddington 2, truly is a great, perfect family movie in my opinion. So going into this one, I did not realize that the director of the first two was not returning for this one. I was like, oh boy. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get this off the bat. In my personal opinion, do you ever watch one of your favorite TV shows? And basically in this show, one episode will be a Christmas episode, a Halloween episode, sometimes even like a musical episode. They'll go outrageous with those shows sometimes. But usually those episodes are meant for a holiday when they are released. Those episodes feel different than what you're usually for in that show. I have never been a fan of that, honestly. Every show, it is super rare when a show does that, and I appreciate that episode more. When it comes to this movie, I feel the same way. Now, I'll start with the positive. Paddington Peru is a great family movie, seriously. Adults, kids, you can all go watch this movie. If you're 20 years old, if you're 85 years old, it doesn't matter. This movie is just charming. It's cute. It's funny. This one is definitely the most adventurous out of the first two or all movies. So with this one, we're going into Peru and he's going on this adventure and you got basically El Dorado treasure going on, but there's more to it. There's more to why Paddington is here and his whole family background. I liked all that stuff. I thought the actual development of Paddington as a character was really nice, and the ending is really touching. I did not tear up, but I was in this theater by myself because I went to a late showing, and I just sat there and I was like, that's great. That is good writing, and I appreciate the writers of this movie really taking their time with the Paddington character and just making something unique, because you're in your third movie, you're going on this Indiana Jones type adventure. You got Antonio Banderas running around being a wackadoo, which I enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed everybody's performance, but I did miss the original actress who played the mom in the first two. She was missed. I was like, dang, I miss her, but this new actress was very good. So when I look at the Paddington character and I look at his trilogy, I just look at this one as the outcast, because those first two are very charming, homey, cozy, and just a nice, fulfilling movie. This feels like the summer blockbuster. This feels like the studio got extra money. It was all right, let's put him in Peru. Let's go on a big adventure. And I just don't go towards that. That's just not what I want in a Paddington movie. Now, again, it's an enjoyable movie. Seriously, I literally watched this movie. I said there's nothing wrong with this movie. It's well made. I like the music. I like the editing. I like the actual just overall adventure tone of this movie. It's exciting, drama, all that. I just prefer those first two way more. And when it actually gets into my issues, because again, I'm just preferring the first two, I would say my big issue with this movie is the pacing. I just found the movie a little bit too long. Now, I know this movie only runs at basically an hour and 46, felt like almost 2 hours and 15. It just felt like a long movie, because there was times where there's a musical at one point in this movie, and I was just I'm not a big fan, it's not my go-to, and so watching this movie, it felt more long than it actually was. So that's just my opinion again, but again, I found it charming, I found it cute, I found it a good one-time watch. It's definitely so far this year one of the best movies I've seen this year, even though it's only been 2 months. But I'll give it to the director. He obviously had a big chore, the director of the first one not returning. He did a good job, not as good as the first two, but it's a fun movie. I'm going to give Paddington in Peru a B. Again, families can enjoy this movie, but you probably already know that because this is a late review. I apologize for that. It's because this weekend was just all over the place for me, and in a good way, in a very good way. Some of you out there know why, and just, it was a very exciting weekend for me. So, kind of took a little weekend off, and I was like, all right, I'll get to Paddington another day. So, here you guys are. Late, better late than never. And if you guys enjoy this movie review, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.